Hi, I'm Mike from Michael's Motor Cars, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I'd like to show you a car that we recently acquired from a local couple in Willow Street, which is right outside of Lancaster. So come on over and let's take a look at this. This car is a 1986 Porsche 928S. It's a car that a local couple approached us. They had owned the car since 1996 until a couple months ago when we purchased it from them. It's just a nice old 928. We're going to do this auction as a no reserve auction, and I love doing occasionally no reserve auctions because we can really offer an interesting car for someone to get in and buy at an affordable price. So if we come over and take a look closer at the car, it's the original motor. Everything is original to the car. It has the last timing belt. It's written here, says it was done at 70,000 miles. The car now has about 80-some thousand miles on it. This is a non-interference motor in these years, so it should have the timing belt done at some point, but even if the belt breaks, it's not catastrophic to the motor. The engine runs very well, very strong, doesn't smoke, starts right up. Please look at the driving video, where, by the way, I mistakenly call it a 1987 car. It is an 86 model year. So the engine is good. The car was repainted at some point in its life. We don't know when. We do not have receipts. Nicely done. In some of our detailed pictures, you'll see a little bit of, there's some marks on the car, but overall it presents very, very well. It is missing the lower grille, some of the lower grills that are very low in the center of the car. It's missing some of those. But it's a chance to get into a 928 that's a very solid, it's had a good life, it's not been driven hard. When we've had the car, we put 2 new rear tires on it. I also put 2 lower ball joints on the car, and we also replaced the steering linkage. There's a joint that gets loose that creates looseness in the steering wheel, so we replaced that. So the car does currently pass state inspection. It can be driven anywhere. It's ready to go. We also had it serviced. We changed the engine, oil, and filter. The reason I was interested in the car, it's a nice solid car. The body is very solid. Very little corrosion underneath. The interior was retrimmed. It is vinyl. It was professionally done, Lancaster County upholstery. We do have the receipt for that. It's beautifully done. The seats are very nice. Carpeting, I believe, is all original. Does have a dash cap on top of the dash, and it does have wear on the steering wheel from heat. So it also has, you can see in the driving video, all the gauges and instruments are working. However, it does have a lot of the common 928 little electrical stuff running through it. The brake pad wear light stays on, even though we know for a fact all the brake pads are in excellent condition, and occasionally the ABS light will come on. So there's loads of forums, loads of conversation on the internet to talk about that, because it's a very common situation with 928s. And that's the fun part, I think, for the next owner of this car. It's drivable, it's usable, all those little things, you can chip away at them as you like. The back of the car, I'm pleased to say that the struts work. They hold up the rear window nicely. We do have the spare tire, which of course is the donut spare, the inflatable one for the Porsche, underneath the carpeting. The interior is quite nice on the car, especially since the seats were redone. So to buy this car, and as I mentioned earlier, it is an automatic. Automatic shifts quite well. It's responsive. There's no drivetrain vibration. It drives, since we did the ball joints and the tires, it actually drives really nicely. Plenty of power. Coming along the side, same thing. The lenses are very nice. Bumperettes are nice. Overall body is very clean, very straight. On this side of the car, door cards are nice. It was an older couple that we bought the car from. They really enjoyed it, but it's never been driven hard. It's never been tracked. It's never done anything like that. It's just a nice old automatic 928. It does have, a lot of times on these cars, the switches from not being used, they get sticky. And so those things need to be addressed on this car. It also has a chip in the windshield right here. That's small. It's on the right-hand side. That does not affect Pennsylvania inspection because it's out of the wiper area and it's on the right side. But there is a chip, circular chip in the windshield right here. So when we get cars like this, we like to sell them just the way they are. Full disclosure, try and tell you everything we know about the car, what it may need, but all of that translates into a fun auction, and that's really what Bring a Trailer was started on, finding cars like this so enthusiasts can get into a fun car. So it's a cool one. We have a clear Pennsylvania title on the car. The car is showing 80-some thousand miles, which I know are correct and original because we have a Carfax on it and we have some service receipts from 1996. It is being sold as mileage exempt. Pennsylvania, quite commonly on older cars, exempts them. When they start having less than 5,000 miles a year on them, they exempt the mileage. That's a Pennsylvania thing. So there you have it. Please call us with any questions. We're selling the car just the way it is. Yes, it has all those 928 idiosyncrasies, but it's a beautiful driving car, and it's fun to enjoy just the way it is. So thanks for taking a look at our car, and good luck in the auction. Thanks.